All hail Hypnotoad. He is almighty and ever knowing. He even knows what Guilds of Ravnica commander you're building, and he's mad that it's not him. But Gitrog, you say, I can't even build you. You're not even in Guilds of Ravnica. Shh, he says. Build me anyway. Now, as far as our opening hand goes, we've got Polluted Delta and Mana Confluence, and this is a little clunky. Let's go on Mulligan. I want to have some sort of ramp, a little bit of, yeah, I like this. Yeah, this is good. We have one colored source, but why not? We need to get something good against Muldrotha, and I'm actually really excited to be playing against Muldrotha, so fingers crossed, hopefully this is a good match. We're going to keep on this one. That way we can get Temple of Malady going. We get that Scry. At this point right now, we're just looking for another colored source. That's the main thing that we're looking for at this point right now. That reminds me, I need to record Muldrotha. She is so much fun. It's getting to the point now to where I keep making these commander decks, and I'm sitting around like 50-something commander decks, and I'm trying to go back through my back catalog. Oh, the Scry is right there. I was like, why is the Scry not popped up? Let's go ahead and put that on the bottom for right now. We're going to hit a colored source. Yeah, I like that. So I'm going to put that on the bottom. Let's go for Temple of Malady. Get the Scry going. The Scurry. The Fever. Then, okay, Scavenger Grounds, another colorless source. We're looking at Worn Power Stone next turn. Yeah, let's go ahead and put that on the bottom. I want to hit a colored source, and then we can still go ahead and, just in case we're looking at any like turn 1 hand disruption, let's go and get on Mana Crypt, and then we'll be online for Worn Power Stone for next turn, or hopefully Courser of Crewfix, and then we'll go and pass the turn to our opponent. But yeah, so I have so many commander decks that it's kind of hard to. I'm trying to go back through my old catalog and rework and rebuild some of my older builds from back in the day, and yeah, it's the point now to where I don't really think I've had a repeating commander for about a month now. There might have been, one or two here or there, but yeah, for the most part, I've been trying my best to make sure that it's pretty fresh every day for you. So anyway, let's cover our commanders, and we'll kind of jump into talk from there. We are playing the Gitrog monster, Mr. Hypnotoad himself. An opponent will suspend an Ancestral Vision, so let's go and get that popped up with those time counters. Going to actually move it over here by Muldrotha. Okay, let's get the Mana Crypt trigger. Let's go and choose Tails on this one. One the flip, 1 for 1 on those Mana Crypt triggers, and then we draw into Realms Uncharted, which is pretty much exactly what we wanted. Yeah, I like that. We could go for 1 Power Stone, but let's just go for a nice value pile off of Realms Uncharted. In fact, let's just go and grab a bunch of fetch lands, and then we'll be able to get one of those down. And we're basically doing it right now where our opponent's tapped out, just in case we're running into some sort of counter magic. I'd hate for that to get countered. Let's go for Polluted Delta. Let's go for Misty. Let's go for Windswept Heath. And let's go for Verdant Catacombs. That way, either way, we've got 2 fetch lands going into our hand. We've got 2 fetch lands going into the graveyard. We maybe could have split that up differently, but hopefully if we draw into Life from the Loam, that'll definitely allow us to get a ton of card draw going. So at this point right now, we're basically just going, make sure we can hit our land drops, and especially with Courser of Crewfix. Let's go get down Misty Rainforest. And if we try to grab something off that's being staged to kind of combo off with that, our opponent basically would have put that in the graveyard anyway, so I like having access to the number of fetch lands. So, anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn to our opponent. We're playing the Gitrog monster, the Death Touch. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice the Gitrog monster unless you sacrifice a land. Then you may play an additional land on each of your turns. And then whenever one or more land cards are put into your graveyard from anywhere, draw a card. We're playing against Muldrotha, the Gravetide. Secure Tri-Builder. Yeah, that's cool. Let's go and crack Misty, and then we'll go and kick it back over to our side. Let's go ahead and grab Overgrown Tomb, have that come into play tap, not going to pay 2 life, and we'll let that Tri-Builder resolve. Playing against Muldrotha, which actually I'll cover that in just a second. So let's go for Mana Crypt, choose Tails. Won the flip 2 for 2 on our Mana Crypt triggers. I love it. Oh, and drawn to Assassin's Trophy, which is nice. We'll be able to get down Gitrog and then go for Courser of Crewfix. Yeah, I like that. Let's get down Thespian Stage. Let's go for, not Courser of Crewfix, Polluted Delta is what I meant to say. Black-green. And the 1/2 off of Mana Crypt. Let's get down Polluted Delta. And let's get those land drops going. Oh, yeah. And one of the fun things about Muldrotha, she generates a ton of value, but hopefully we can keep some good pressure on our opponent by getting down Gitrog. Let's get down Polluted Delta. Let's go and crack Polluted Delta. And draw to Underrealm Lich. Love it. All right. Get the Polluted Delta. And let's go and grab Bayou, have that come into play, and then unfortunately there's nothing else that we can do, so we're simply just going to go and pass the turn to our opponent. Now, as far as next turn goes, like I said, hopefully we're just basically digging for life in the loam at this point right now. But once we do get down Underrealm Lich, and actually Assassin's Trophy is new to the deck too. But with the Underrealm Lich is so insanely dumb with Gitrog, it is unbelievable. If you haven't seen this deck before, actually, let's kind of break down the deck real quick. So we're playing Gitrog Enchantress, so we're looking to get as many enchantments onto Gitrog as possible. So you can see we got Alpha Authority in the hand, and we want to make it, oh, Guess Verdict. Okay, that's fine. We'll still be able to get down, yep, we'll sacrifice Gitrog, have it go back to the command zone. But basically, we're looking to get down Gitrog, put as many auras on Gitrog as possible, and then basically just swing in with the world's biggest Gitrog. It's always a lot of fun. But one of the good things about Gitrog is you can draw a ton of cards off of your land drops, and especially getting lands into the graveyard. And one way to kind of amplify that card draw is by getting the Enchantress engine going. So there's a couple different Enchantress pieces we can get down that whenever we cast an enchantment, we get to draw a card. So that's really going to amplify the card draw. Then add in Underrealm Lich, which is basically just Brainstorm for graveyard players, and it is just wonderful. Let's go and choose Tails on this one. Oh, we lost the flip. I always like getting really, really lucky on Mana Crypt and just being like, yeah, exactly how we drew it up. Let's go to get down Woodland Cemetery. Okay, so at this point right now, we can go for Underrealm Lich and get it protected, and I think that is a wonderful thing to do. Yeah, I like that. That's going to be 1-2. Let's get down Underrealm Lich. Let's tap for black on that Bayou. There we go. That's being staged, get down Underrealm Lich, and that's going to definitely allow us to go for Alpha Authority and basically just keep it protected. So they're going to have some sort of answer for Alpha Authority. And one of the cool things about Lich is, you know, if we just stop right there, if you draw a card, look at the top 3, dump the other stuff into the graveyard, the fact that you can pay that 4 life to make it indestructible makes it a wonderful, it's basically Gitrog number 2 for the deck, because once you get it down, it's something that they definitely immediately want to take care of. And the fact that we've given it Hexproof and Alpha Authority, we can basically just kind of build up our board state from there. Our opponent will get down Lotus Cobra. Now, with them being a little bit mana screwed at this point right now, we'll try to wait on Assassin's Trophy. If they do end up getting down Muldrotha, we'll definitely go for that, because with me having played Muldrotha before, I know what this deck is capable of, and it is really silly sometimes what it can get going, especially if they get down stuff like Lion's Eye Diamond. I mean, it's just feels good. All right, let's go choose Tails on this one. On the flip, 3 for 4 on our Mana Crypt triggers, and then Predatory Urge. All right. Let's put a Burgeoning into the graveyard. Oh, dang it. We had to click on. I wanted to grab Predatory Urge. That's still not too bad. Let's go get down Courser of Crufix. We should have checked to see which one it was telling us to put into our hand. Let's get down Courser of Crufix. Okay, and we do have Mana Vault on top of our library. Let's go and get down Worn Power Stone. That will keep us off going for Assassin's Trophy. And that could lead to a... Well, I don't think it's too bad. Yeah, let's get down Worn Power Stone, because that's going to allow us to get down Gitrog again. And pay 1 more mana. And at this point right now with Burgeoning, since we just basically don't have Life in the Loam or any sort of land drops, we're going to hold on to Burgeoning, because if we do draw into Enchantress piece, we want to be able to use that as a kind of a cantrip to draw into more good stuff. So let's go and swing it with the Underrealm Lich. And the good thing with the Underrealm Lich is it has to be blocked by 2 or more creatures. No, excuse me, it can only be blocked by only 1 creature. So we'll see if they want to throw Oracle in front of the Underrealm Lich or not. Okay, knock them down to 26, and then anything else, we're going to kick the turn over our opponent. So, now we know. I have been playing with Underrealm Lich on Magic Arena, but I haven't played with it on Magic Online. So, basically, the thing with Predatory Urge is I love this card because, yeah, oh man, I was hoping they'd target us with Ancestral Vision. That's a bummer. The cool thing with Predatory Urge is it's kind of like a combo in this deck. Not necessarily a combo, but just a really good value thing to get down. So with Predatory Urge, this creature deals damage equal to its power to target creature, and then basically they just fight. And one of the cool things with Predatory Urge is we have, what is it? Basically, there's an enchantment that says, I think maybe Druid's Call. Whenever they deal damage, you get to create that many squirrel tokens. So basically, you get down Predatory Urge, you get down the squirrel token enchantment, and you just get a ton of squirrels on the battlefield. And since we are running Cover of Darkness in here, black enchantment that says, hey, name a tribe, they can't be blocked, that does allow you to go for basically an entire unblockable army of squirrels. Now, we do have Creeping Renaissance in here. Yeah, so if we want to bring back Predatory Urge, we can certainly go for that, and we'll see what we can do. But unfortunately, that was a misclick. I would have loved to get down Predatory Urge, and that way we just have the ability to... Ooh, Grave Pact. Okay. Now oh, actually, excuse me, yeah, we got Assassin's Trophy, so we can get around that. I got really worried for a second. This deck is one of those commander decks that basically kind of operates on no breaks. We don't really have any sort of basic building blocks that you'd expect in a commander deck. Let's go and choose Tails on this one. 1 the flip, 4 for 5 on our Mana Crypt triggers, just like we drew it up. And then Mary's Guile, put 1 card into our hand. I guess we'll grab Forest at this point because we kind of want to make the land drop. But Guile could be another enchantment, or if we were just going to get a ton of mana going, we actually go for Mana Vault. You know what, let's go for Forest. If we're going for Gitrog, Guile would be nice. And it's really not going to do anything Underrealm Lich with Guile, so let's just go and grab Forest. Because if we're going to start sacrificing some lands, we definitely need that. And then Tranquil Thicket is on top of our library. Let's go, first and foremost, let's go and take care of Grave Pack before we do anything, because we need to take care of that. Now, the only downside is they can recast it with Muldrotha, but they're looking at a pretty good chunk of mana to get down Muldrotha and get down Grave Pack too. Let's go and go for Gitrog Monster. And we'll be able to get the Forest out of our hand, but first let's go for Tranquil Thicket, and then Azusa's on top of our library. Okay, we're going to gain an extra life, and we'll be able to play Forest out of our hand too. And then let's go and push in at Guruk Wildspeaker. The main thing is we could kind of hold back if they want to. That does allow them to put Coiling Oracle into the graveyard. But at this point right now, we want to force some sort of action on Guruk Wildspeaker, at least kind of chew up their mana. We want to try to keep Grave Pack off the battlefield as much as possible, because that's such a good card. And it's simply just going to be a 1/1 with a Coiling swinging across. So, okay, then anything else? Like I mentioned, if we do draw into Enchantress Piece, we're going to hold on to Burgeoning. If we had a few more lands in the hand, I'd definitely get it down, but with that, the only card in our hand, doesn't really do us any good to get it down. So, and our opponent will have access to at least, it's going to be 1 off Lotus Cobra, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're looking at 8 total mana for them to get down with Muldrotha. 10, if you're going to count Guruk Wildspeaker untapping some lands. So that is definitely, can get some good stuff going, but so far it's been a pretty good match. Karn's Temporal Sundering. Take an extra turn after this one, exile it, and return target permanent to its owner's hand. Yeah, that's going to get it. Okay, so they will go for an extra turn. Let's see, hopefully, if we can. This appears to be a little bit more of a control build of Muldrotha, which is actually pretty cool to see. With some of the stuff that they have. Untap the land, and then let's see what else they're going to tap out for. Notion Thief. Okay, the good thing about Notion Thief is that with Underrealm Lich, it's going to allow us to look at the top 3 cards of our library. If you would draw a card and then put one into your hand. So basically, if we get down Gitrog Monster and we start sacrificing some lands, they're not going to get that extra card draw off of Notion Thief, because Underrealm Lich is basically going to be the replacement effect for that. Or at least if I'm looking at it correctly, it should be that. Now, they do only have 2 cards in the hand, so hopefully with that Karn's Temporal Sundering, maybe that was just more of kind of like a desperate land, some sort of play to hopefully kind of get them a little bit extra stuff going. But hopefully, oh, Guruk Apex Predator. Okay, so then go for the +1, destroy target creature. The good thing is that with Alpha Authority, we have some sort of indestructible effect. We don't have to worry about it. It also has hexproof too. So they're going to get the 3/3 Beast token. At this point right now, if we can draw into Rogue's Passage, that'd be a wonderful way for us to kind of deal with some of the stuff that our opponent, these Planeswalkers our opponent does have on the battlefield. Okay, so we have the Mana Crypt trigger. Let's go and choose Tails on this one. On the flip, I think we're like 5 or 6 on our Mana Crypt triggers. We're doing something right in the Magic Gods. Shades Form, Ghost Quarter, and then Ghost Quarter. Can only be blocked by 1 creature. Yeah, let's just go and grab Shades Form. Yeah, because that's going to allow us to keep that creature on the battlefield. That's going to be Skyshadow Claim on top of our library, which does not help us out too much. Let's go and go for Shades Form on Underrealm Lich. And you know what? Yeah, let's go and force the issue of swinging with the Underrealm Lich. Yeah, let's go and go for that. I'd like to go for Gitrog, but I'm afraid that's basically just going to be the -3 ability on Gitrog, and they're going to gain some really nice life. So at this point right now, let's go and swing in with, we've got nice Guruk and evil Guruk. So let's go and swing in at evil Guruk. Yeah, I like that. All right, so we're going to swing in at evil Guruk. Let's see if they're going to offer up any sort of blocks. Either way, if they have Death Touch, we're going to have Indestructible. We can take care of that. In fact, let's go and do that. Pay for life gains Indestructible. And yeah, like I mentioned, if we get down Gitrog Monster, that's basically just going to be fodder for them to go for the -3 ability. But we've got a ton of mana. Yeah, why not? Let's go and go for it. It's better than nothing at this point. At least it's going to force them to do something about it. Okay, then anything else, we're going to pass the turn to our opponent. Now, with Shade's Form, this is one of those cool enchantments that, with Shade's Form, whenever it dies, return that card to the battlefield under your control. So it's got another way for us. So let's say our opponent does go for some sort of board wipe. With Shade's Form, we can at least get down Underrealm Lich back on the battlefield. But this has pretty much been a pretty fun game so far. I've really enjoyed it. Let's get Muldrotha pop down just a little bit. And they're going to go for the Mirari. Return target instant or sorcerer. They do target a Guess Verdict, which is target player sacks a creature. Not too bad. We can sacrifice Courser of Crufix. That does put us in this weird position to where if they do end up going for Guruk, Apex Predator, -3, destroying Gitrog, and then we have to sacrifice Courser of Crufix. But for the most part, we want to keep Underrealm Lich on the battlefield. Now, as far as Mirari, return target instant or sorcery, and then until end of turn, whenever you cast it, choose new copies for that. So that's definitely going to be something that we need to deal with here in just a little bit. But let's see what we draw into. Hopefully we get something lucky, some sort of fetch lane off Skyshroud Claim. Okay, opponent will tap down for Muldrotha. All right, they do end up going for Gurk, Apex Predator. At this point right now, we could have held on to for Gitrog in our hand, but I at least wanted to make sure that we keep Gurk, Apex Predator's loyalty pretty down. That's another way, instead of swinging in, at least force them to go for that -3. It does gain them some life, but kind of once we get to this point with Muldrotha, it's a little bit hard for us to kind of dig out from underneath this, and just getting down Gurk, Apex Predator's loyalty is kind of important in this particular point in the game. All right, let's see what we draw into. Let's get the Mana Crypt trigger. We're going to choose Tails on this one. I think that's 5 for 7 on our Mana Crypt triggers. And then Skyshroud Claim. Let's see what the top 3 is. Bajuka Bog and a Grothian Enchantress. Okay, that's going to be a card draw. So at this point right now, we need to get some card draw going. So let's get down a Grothian Enchantress. This can be Dryad Arbor on top, which we can play off of Courser of Crufix. It's going to allow us to gain a life. And it's going to be, oh, there we go, Demonic Vigor. Okay, so let's go and get down Grothian Enchantress. And this is what makes this deck so fun. It's just a goofy deck sometimes. Let's get down a Grothian Enchantress, go for Burgeoning. Be able to draw into Demonic Vigor. And then we're going to choose Underrealm Lich. Yes. Ooh, Ancestral Mask. Yeah, let's go for Ancestral Mask. That'll definitely allow us to get an additional card draw and actually be some pretty good power and toughness. Let's grab Ancestral Mask. Fist of Ironwood's going to give it trample. Okay, we're kind of getting somewhere, right? Yeah. Let's go Worn Power Stone. Let's go Ancestral Mask on Underrealm Lich. And we're going to choose the replacement effect from Lich. And then, yeah, let's go and grab... I guess technically we could go for Creeping Renaissance to bring a bunch of enchantments back to our hand. But with Fist of Ironwood, giving it trample, that's pretty much what we want to get going. Yeah, we need to grab that. So let's grab Fist of Ironwood. Let's put Green Sun Zenith on top of our library. Let's go for Fist of Ironwood on Underrealm Lich. You can see how silly this is. I love it. All right, so we'll draw into Green Sun Zenith too. We're going to choose Underrealm Lich. And then, ooh, Life from the Loam. Okay. I'm going to grab Life from the Loam, Green Sun Zenith for 2. We can get down Herald of the Pantheon, which is basically going to be another creature. Yeah, I guess we do that. Let's go and grab Green Sun Zenith. Either way, Life from the Loam is going to be going into the graveyard, so we're still going to get it for next turn. So let's go and grab Green Sun Zenith. And then Asceticism is on top of our library. It's going to make it a 16-15. I love this. Do we want to hold on to Green Sun Zenith, though? Because we can't go for basically to get something down, but we've got enough of a board state to we might want to just hold on to Green Sun Zenith just to grab some sort of value creature if we need to kind of rebuild and start drawing some cards. Okay, let's just go ahead and let's go into combat. Yeah, I think I like this. So let's go and swing in. Because we are looking at some sort of trample damage from Gurk Wildspeaker, +3/+3, and they gain trample. That's going to be 9, and that's going to be 15, and that's going to be 20, which we can still survive off a lot of these tokens. It'll be kind of suspect, but if they do end up going for that, yeah, we can survive that. Let's go and swing in. Let's go. We're going to attack our opponent. We've got Underrealm Lich swinging in for a 16-15. That Ancestral, you can see how good Ancestral Mask is. Getting that +2 for each enchantment is so good. Okay, it's going to put them down to 16 just in case they're going for, yeah, let's go on Green Sun Zenith for a 2-drop creature. That way, if they do end up going for that -2 off of Wild Speaker, we'll at least just have another body on the battlefield at this point. And they would actually go for Sylvan Safekeeper now that I think about it. Yeah, let's do that, because that's definitely going to allow, yeah, let's do that. Let's get down Sylvan Safekeeper. Depending on how we want to sequence this, we can basically give ourselves protection, and that's going to be Law No War on top. Okay, anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn to our opponent. So they do need to get something going for this turn. They do have Guest Verdict in the hand. That should have been the card that they got back with Mirari, and they'll also be able to bring back Ancestral Vision. But hopefully at this point right now, with us having protection for Underrealm Lich, and with us having Sylvan Safekeeper, we're basically going to be in a pretty good position to maybe close it out next turn. We'll see what we can get going. But you can see how explosive this deck is. How Underrealm Lich is, like I mentioned, is basically just Gitrog number 2 for the deck. Our opponent's going to scoop it up, so we're going to get... we'll take it. Underrealm Lich is going to get it. Good game to our opponent. We're going to get this one. We got Underrealm Lich swinging in next turn. Let's draw a few... What was the top 3 cards? Oblivion Crown. Oh, there we go. Oblivion Crown. So the cool thing with Oblivion Crown is we... so we cast Oblivion Crown. That's going to increase the power and toughness, and that still gives us Bear Umbra, which is basically going to be more than enough to close it out with Underrealm Lich. So... we were able to take down the swamp of Muldrotha with Underrealm Lich, getting a ton of enchantments on there when it looked absolutely horrible for us to do so. So, hey, this is why we play Magic sometimes. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.